Hey everyone, back again, another video to help you out. This time I'm showing you how to take the ignition switch out of this 2007 Mercedes-Benz W164. This is an ML350 from 2007 obviously, and this era runs 2006 to 2011, so it should be the same for those models. But anyway, this is about the fastest change out of an ignition switch you can probably get. This will probably need put through the computer and everything to make sure that it works with a new vehicle, and all that, and programmed and everything. But this is how you just switch it out. So if you need to pull it out for whatever reason, whatever you got going on, this is how you do it. So the fastest way you can do this is just with a standard flathead screwdriver. If you don't have all that fancy stuff, this is how you do it. I just took this flathead screwdriver and put it inside the edge of this ring and just started turning it counterclockwise. And as you're turning it counterclockwise, all you're doing is unscrewing this outside part. Now it does help if you have the key out of it, but if you're turning the outside part of this, you're just unscrewing it. And see how your screwdriver is going to catch those little fingers, little tabs in there, and you're turning this out. So then when you get it all the way released, you'll be left with this. Now this will slide back, probably fall down inside behind the knee bolster here below the steering column. So don't worry too much about that. We'll get to that in a second. What you'll need to do with the rest of that, just make sure you hang on to your ring, because you'll need this lock ring. So if you can't get to the ignition switch because it fell down behind there, the easiest thing I did was I started to take the knee bolster out from underneath here and reach back in here underneath. This has T20 Torx heads. T20? Yeah, T20 Torx heads. There's 4 of these right here. No, there's only 3. 3 of these right here to pull out, and this knee bolster will drop down. But you might not be able to reach it from doing that. So what I did was I came over here to the center console and I popped out the heater controls. Now the heater controls are just held in with clips along the edge here. So I just took my flathead screwdriver and I got in here on an edge. Now if you're going to do this at home, I'd advise putting some electrical tape around the tip of that screwdriver in order to keep from scratching or dulling up this edge of this dash or anything, scratching anything. So once you get this popped loose out of here, then you can reach back in this hole here and you can find the ignition switch plugs, and these are the 2 plugs right here that go to the ignition switch. So you just push on these little tabs on these plugs to release it from the ignition switch. And then you can come in underneath here. See, this is the bigger hole up here where you can reach in. But then this hole down here, you can slide the ignition switch through. It may take a little finagling. Just be careful with this plastic, because sometimes this plastic can be brittle. And just slide that on out of there and your ignition switch is out. So that's all there is to this. So if you want to put it back in, you slide it back underneath there, plug it back in, and then reach back up in here and work it back over to the hole that goes in. That's probably the best time to come up from the back side here on the bottom when you're putting it back in, because then you can hold it in here while you run that lock ring around to tighten it back in place on the dash. So if this helped you, drop a like down below, subscribe for more videos. Hopefully this helps you out, saves you some time. Thanks.